Good morning, Shindo here. Now, I didn't know whether I was going to cover this story. Now, the main reason I didn't know whether I was going to cover this story was because I assumed that the media would be covering this story at length. However, per usual, the media is not covering this story. I did see it. Briefly, it was mentioned, and then I didn't see them go into great detail. I would assume that this would have been one of the main stories and within the top 30 minutes of the hour. But, you know, the top 30 minutes is devoted to people talking about their kids and what they did over the weekend. I mean, that's what's important now, folks. So, if you want real news, again, you need to subscribe to this channel. You need to like these videos because I am getting thumbs down on every video I put out now. I get 4 or 5 thumbs down within a day or two. Okay? So I need your thumbs up, not because I need to stroke my own ego. That's only part of the reason. The main reason I need your thumbs up, folks, is so that these videos don't get buried. Now, that is the truth. I'm not real concerned about thumbs up or thumbs down. I could care less whether people like my videos or not. I'm still going to do them. But if they're buried and people can't see them, it's not a lot of reason for me to do them, is there? So please thumb up these videos. Now, the story here, 72 ISIS mass graves containing up to 15,000 discovered in Iraq and Syria. Now, this is 2 days old. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing this, but the media is not covering it, so here we go. As Islamic State retreats, this is RT, by the way, as Islamic State retreats, the true scale of its atrocities is becoming apparent. Associated Press collated existing documents and testimonies to produce the fullest picture yet. But activists say that thousands more victims buried in shallow mass graves are yet to be discovered. The agency says it has pinpointed the exact location of 72 Islamic State IS, formerly known as ISIS or ISIL, mass graves. 17 of those in Syria, the rest in Iraq, which contains from anything from at least 5,200 to over 15,000 victims. The information came from AllSource, a satellite intelligence firm that has matched photos from space with eyewitness accounts. Aid groups such as Yazada, which are recording the systematic slaughter, and often Islamic State itself, which has boasted about killing hundreds of infidels and traitors in its own regularly broadcast videos. Quote, they are beheading them, shooting them, running them over in cars, all kinds of killing techniques, and they don't even try to hide it, said Sirwan Jahal, who has been appointed by Iraqi Kurds to investigate the mass burials. The biggest documented massacre was committed in Camp Spectre in Tikrit in June of 2014, when Islamic State gunned down between 1,000 and 1,700 unarmed Shiite Iraqi Air Force recruits, forcing them to shout slogans as they lay down, waiting to be executed. 36 of the perpetrators were hanged for war crimes earlier this month. But while that location was well known, another massacre happened near Ramadi just 2 days earlier. AllSource looked for images of disturbed earth in the city of the northwest Iraq, big enough to be noticeable from the satellite image, that tallied with accounts given by survivors to Human Rights Watch. This was a testimony by a man only known as A.S., who was signaled out for being a Shiite and put in line in which each man had to shout out his number. I was number 43. I heard them say 615, and then one ISIS guy said, quote, "We are going to eat well tonight," unquote. A man behind us asked, quote, "Are you ready?" unquote. Another person answered, quote, "Yes," and began shooting at us with a machine gun, unquote. A.S. told HRW that he escaped by playing dead and then was sneaked out by the night among 15 others, a common tactic among the few survivors of such large-scale massacres. With war still ongoing in places such as Hardin, a Kurdish area, the authorities had merely roped off the mass graves and said that there are currently no resources to excavate and document the dead. As the bodies continue to decay and winds blow away the earth, revealing steel-clothed bones, locals are served a daily reminder of the horrors. Quote, "I have lots of people I know there, mostly friends and neighbors," unquote. Arkan Quazim, who lives in the village outside Hardin, told AP, quote, "It is very difficult to look at them every day," unquote. With IS counting different sects such as Shiites and Yazidis, different ethnicities such as Kurds, and even Sunni tribes as the enemies, there are estimated to be, quote, hundreds of mass graves that will take years to fully be mapped and their victims to be given a proper burial. Quote, "This is a drop in the ocean of the mass graves expected to be discovered in the future in Syria," unquote, said Zaid Awad from the Eye of the City publication in Syria Deers EZ Zor, which is cataloging, I'm just going to call them ISIS, folks, because that's how I know them, ISIS massacres. So, ISIS is massacring people, which is no new news as far as them having been doing this for some time. The question I have for you, for all of you out there, is why? Why are these people doing this and getting away with it? I mean, I don't get it. How many troops do they have? It's not in the hundreds of thousands. They might have 100,000 people, right? Am I wrong? Why is it so difficult to dislodge them, to get rid of them? I mean, if they wanted them gone, if this country wanted ISIS gone, they would be gone. We're supposed to have the most powerful military force of any other country by tenfold, at least, 10 times as strong as the closest competitor. So why is ISIS able to do all this stuff? I mean, I'm asking this question. It's not a rhetorical question. What is your opinion on this? I don't get it. I mean, I'm sure that this was a creation of the CIA, but certainly CIA didn't create them in order for them to just arbitrarily kill civilians, unless this is a long game that they were waiting until the American people actually gave a damn about this stuff. And if it's a long game and they're trying to get the American people to give a damn about this stuff, why isn't it being covered in the news media every single day, something like this? At least on something that's ostensibly against the Obama administration, places like Fox News. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is there something I'm missing here? Well, sub, like, that's most important, folks. Those of you who are already subbed, it doesn't take you more than a second just to go up there and click like on my videos, especially this one. I don't know why you wouldn't. There's nothing here that I'm saying that is anti-America, is it? Anyway, sub, like, and comment on my videos. Gives me a reason to make them. This is Shindo. Have a good day.
Are the fires of hell a-glowing? Is the grisly reaper mowing?